Welcome everyone to WagerTalk TV. I am Andy Lang from WagerTalk.com, being joined by Steve Merrill and Brian Power. Gentlemen, we are looking at Washington State versus Utah night game on Thursday. Utah opens up as a 7-point favorite with a total of 55. Brian, coming to you first, what do you think about this game and how are you breaking it down?
Okay, Andy. So my natural inclination when I see a matchup like this, ranked team laying points on the road to an unranked opponent, weeknight game, would be to go with the home dog. But I don't love this number down at +7, truth be told. If it was a short week for Utah, coming off the games against UCLA and USC, I'd certainly be more inclined to fade the Utes in this spot, but obviously they had a bye, so not the case that it's a short week. And here's the thing with Wazzu. Even though they've been really efficient in the red zone this year, I think scoring on something like 93% of their opportunities, they're still only averaging 24.6 points per game. That's 10th in the Pac-12. They can't run 89.4 yards per game on the ground. I think that's dead last in the conference. Utah's got the conference's #1 pass defense. I know they gave up a boatload of points to UCLA and USC, but Washington State's offense isn't even close to as good as those two teams. So Wazzu's going to struggle, I think, to put points on the board a little bit here, but their saving grace may be #1 Pac-12 scoring defense, giving up just 20.7 points per game, held USC to 30. That's respectable. Don't know if it's going to make my card, but if you really want to play this game, I would take a look at the under Pac-12 after dark.
All right, Steve, coming to you. Brian likes the under. Not a lot of points expected in this game. How do you see this game unfolding?
Yeah, Thursday night football, we always talk about the NFL games. Both teams are always on 3 days rest. And I've always said it's more of a disadvantage for the road team because they lose a day due to travel, a day of preparation. College football, we have more buys this time of year. So Utah doesn't have that disadvantage because they had the bye week. So they have 11 days of prep and rest heading into this game. And so does Washington State. So it's not a typical Thursday night handicap in that regard. What does concern me about Utah big picture is, have they kind of tossed the towel in the season? I know they just beat USC 43-42. They didn't cover as a 3.5-point favorite. That's probably a sign that they're still playing hard. They're still somewhat alive in the Pac-12, but they had national title hopes. And that loss at Florida back in week 1, early September, obviously was a major blow. But the death blow was the loss at UCLA as a 3.5-point favorite a couple games back. So I do like the fact that they played hard. They beat USC, who was undefeated at the time. USC did not have a turnover, by the way. They still had only 1 turnover all season. Utah won that game with a 1-0 turnover deficit. Main reason they probably didn't cover. Tons of passing yards. So if the Utes are still playing hard with the rest, with the bye, they're the better team here. You just wonder, do they let down a little bit with their season somewhat over and after having what maybe was their championship game against USC and UCLA the week before? So even though this is a Thursday night primetime spot, just not sure how they're going to come off that bye week. Maybe the under could be worth a look if they are a little bit sluggish out of the gate. Defensively, they have struggled to stop the pass this year, and that is what Washington State does better. So from a matchup perspective, I think both teams can probably move the ball in this game. Totals in the mid-50s here as we head closer to Thursday night on that key number of 7 as well as the point spread. So Utah, the better team. We'll just see if they keep that focus after the USC win.
Great analysis from Brian Power and Steve Merrill, both at WagerTalk.com. Don't forget to download the WagerTalk TV app. Good luck with all your bets, and let's cash those and turn a profit.